All right. Okay, we're talking today about the 11th card in the deck. All right. So, the 11th card. This card is known as Justice. Fucking A. Fucking hell. Anyways. So, the 11th card is Justice. What is Justice? Okay, so this card, in normal decks, it's 11. The Thelemic decks, it's number 8. This is the card that switched with Strength, right? So, in a Thelemic deck, Strength is called Lust, and it's in position 11. In a normal deck, the position of Strength is number 8, and the position for number 11 is Justice. It's called Adjustment in the Thelemic decks, but it's Justice in every other deck. Okay, so what is Justice? Okay, this is the idea of Justice incarnate. This is the whole idea of Libra. That's actually the association astrologically of it. Okay. So, what is this? This has to do with a deciphering force, a adjudicator, a discernment, if you will, which would actually be a much better understanding of this card. That which is just. All right, and I love explaining to people justice is, it's not just ice. That's how we what's it called? That's how we spell it, right? But what it just is justice. Just is, right? So, the Justice card. What is this? This has to do with balance. It has to do with the scales. It has to do with getting everything even, right? And it may not seem like it's even, but it's about getting to the point of equilibrium. A mental equilibrium, right? In a lot of these depictions of this card are Justice would be the blind woman with the scales, right? Because Justice is blind. That's the whole idea. In fact, Crowley's card, the one on the far left from the Thoth deck, which it says number 8, again, that's a Thelemic deck. A lot of them are Thelemic decks that I found on the internet. So, this card, and as you can see, there's the checkerboard pattern, right? Most people would be like, oh, that means they're Masons, they must be evil, right? And say, no. This has to do with the floor of the world, or the floor of existence. Everything's in black and white, right? So that's how it just goes down, but you have to walk on that. It's the grid, the idea of a grid. What is good and what is bad, and the contrast between, right? And this is the discernment of what the card of Justice does. It discerns things. It is the divine justice. That's what this has to do with. There's not really much more to this. It's very clear. Usually whenever it's pulled up in a reading, it means do the right thing, or the right thing will be the thing accomplished. Or, in the Thelemic deck, it's actually called adjustment, which has to do with getting it right, or maneuvering to where the imposition or the position is not affecting you as much, or that this requires time to get used to. Adjustment. While the other one is Solomon. Straight up Solomon with the sword, dissecting, right? That's just the old school Justice, and the number 11 Justice, not the number 8 Adjustment. This is a weird card, right? This is a weird card, and so as the story of the Hermit is going along, he just saw the Wheel of Fortune, right? That was the last card we did. So after he's actually gotten his eye on the bigger cycles of things, he finds himself in the courtroom, right? This is where he gets a vision of justice. What is true, what is right, what is correct, what is the proper thing to do, no matter how bad it seems or good it seems. This is what justice is about. It's about the severity of what is necessary. Yeah. So that's justice. Justice is about the severity of what is necessary. It just is. The justice of it. What is right? What is the correct thing to do? What brings balance back? That's the ultimate course of justice. The whole reason for justice. And so usually when it's depiction, it's Solomon on the throne getting ready to cut a baby, right? Which, if you understand why, he was testing the women, right? So it has nothing to do with cutting a baby. It has to do with the threat of harm to an uninvolved party, right? One party has an involved party, one party that doesn't have the involved party. All right. So yeah, this has to do with the adjustment. Using the mind, but again, the mind's pointed down. And as you would see, Thelemic points the sword down, and then the traditional points the sword up. So the mind pointed down, or the sword pointed down, because remember, swords represent mind, or intellect, with the intellect pointed down, right? What that would be is the mind, the intellect, applied to matter, okay? Applied to the world. This is why it's considered evil, because it's about applying intellect to material circumstances, which is usually to get a leg up on things, which is usually to take advantage of somebody else. Doesn't have to be, but again, this is usually what it is. Okay. Sword pointed up represents the intellect towards heavenly things, or more mental, philosophical, wisdom, stuff like that. Religious. It's about applying the mind to things of the mind. And that's why this, when pointed upwards, is usually a good thing. Because it's not about stabbing down with the force of gravity. It's about striking up and elevating oneself and raising the mind. Okay? Lifting it up into higher and higher realms. Alright. So that is justice. Justice is the application of the mind for what is correct and brings about balance. Brings back balance. Okay, so that is the justice card. Again, its Hebrew association is Lamed, the letter Lamed. Lamed needs ox goad, or learn, or teacher, or to teach. It is a it's an L. It's a big ol' L. Big ol' L. Yeah, that is the justice card. Again, if you like what I do and you want to support me, I have a link below for Subscribestar. Give me a like. Leave a message. Help me out. It'll promote me on the algorithms. You know. If you have anything to add, please add it. Please give more, because again, we're all students of this. No one here is claiming to be a teacher. I'm just a little bit farther along of a student than you might be, or hell, I'm probably maybe even less. All right, if there's somebody who's gonna watch this and school me, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that can. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Again, like it, share it, subscribe it. Help me out, right? Support me. Talk shit on me. I don't care, dude. I don't care. But that's me. For this one. Late.